What's up, guys? It's Kurt. I'm excited to come back again with a 17 kill win. Unfortunately, this one's not in first person, as this was a third person game. I didn't actually even mean to get in this game. It was just a random stroke of luck that I happened to get into it, and I was like, you know what, I might as well finish it out, and it turned out to be a pretty good win. So, right off the bat, I drop into the school. I love dropping into the school. It's a great practice zone for me. When I land on the roof, I look quickly for a gun as fast as I can, and I didn't see anybody else land with me, so I take a little bit of extra time in looking for that gun. Quick loot everything on the ground, and in front of me I saw someone land. So I'm going to put on the red dot for that extra accuracy and try to kill him. Missing, but I notice another guy doing the exact same thing. And this time I try to line up my headshots a bit more. I don't end up killing him because my headshots weren't on, obviously, but I know where both of these guys are, that they don't have guns, so I decide to rush. Catch this guy looting in the front room, and one tap the second guy. In my aim, I have basically stagnated when I've started aiming. As a player, I haven't improved. I've improved mentally, and my game sense has improved, but my aim has stayed the same. So I've decided that in the next couple of games, the next couple of months, weeks, however long it takes, that I'm going to change that. So I've started aiming for heads in wherever, like whatever situation is applicable, and that has made me better as a player. Even if I miss a couple of times, it's just about the practice, the consistency. If you're trying to get better as a player, practicing all day, well, not all day, but as much as you can, will help you out. If you keep practicing the wrong things, then you're going to keep doing the wrong things. You have to practice the right things, the right way to do things, the right play. And you won't know that until you watch either a professional streamer, like someone that's good at the game. I'd like to think my videos help people out with that. But if you're practicing the wrong ideal, the wrong aim, how to like move, and you're practicing it all wrong, when it comes to that die-hard situation where you need to have the right way, you're not going to do it. So I think it's very important to really focus on training the right thing. In this situation, I know there was a third guy that landed at the school with me, so I'm just waiting for him. Like, I know that he was in the school. I'm waiting for his footsteps, so I know which move to make. Currently, I'm just chilling, waiting for him to make another move, like some more footsteps. If he was to come behind me, I'd hear him because the directional sound on my headphones is set up. It's very important for you guys to have that directional sound set up. So, in sitting here, I don't hear him at all, and I'm wondering where this guy could be. But I know that he's here, and it's very unlikely that he'd come out another exit.
Third person? Am I retarded?
So, at this point, I realized that I was in third person, and I heard the guy right across from me. I didn't even realize I was in third person right off the bat. So I loot this guy and pick up all this stuff and decide that, you know what, I'm already in third person, so I might as well just like go for the kills, which is what I ended up doing. Running up here, I see just a glint of black in a window. He's just looting, he's not even moving, so I take the time and aim to his head. If they're not moving, don't spaz out, don't panic, keep your breathing even. It's all about not panicking. If you panic, your aim is going to be erratic, and you're not really sure. If you're calm, your aim is going to be way better. You're going to have the right decision making. You're going to be in the right state of mind rather than, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? You just think, you calm yourself down, take a deep breath, and be like, okay, here's my situation. I see a guy here. I can either aim on his head or I can let this other guy push me. It's all about being calm. So in this situation, I looted both these guys. And I figured it's the apartments. People landed at the school in the apartments. It's a pretty centralized drop. There's got to be more people here. So in looting the apartments, I go, okay, maybe he's in this apartment. Keeping watch on that left apartment, I go up to this apartment and listen. I thought I heard something a little bit, which might have been the other apartment because you can hear footsteps from pretty far away. But I decided that I didn't hear anything from the first apartment, so I'm going to move on to the second one. When I move on to the second one, I say, okay, there's definitely someone in here. I hear him on that right-hand side, peek the stairs, see if he's on the stairs. On my initial peek, he was not, but he decided to run down the stairs. Not really sure why he did that, but it worked out fine for me because on my peek, I wasn't even in right away. If I had blind rushed in without peeking, even that half a second might have given him the advantage to kill me. In these games, in my previous videos, I was all about moving, killing, moving, killing, moving, killing, is what I kind of do here. But if you're not so good with your aim, and you're not really confident on your playmaking ability, or you're new to the game, and you're looking for something or some kind of play that you can make, patience wins out over everything. If you need to camp the blue, camp the blue. If you need to just sit in that house with a shotgun waiting for him to come up without moving, I hate it when people do that, but if it works, it works. You get the kill. Ideally, the only engagement you want to take if you want to win the game is the last one. That's not my play style, that's not how I play, but if you want to win the game, that's the best route for you to take. Now, I decided that I was going to loot the rest of these apartments because I'm fairly certain there was nobody else here. I didn't hear anybody else around. So I'd take my time and I make sure I loot every single room. You could always like pass up something that you won't even realize. Like in one of those rooms, there was a level 3 vest. And if I hadn't looted every room, then I might not have gotten it. And personally, I love the Kar 98K. If I had found a Kar 98K in one of these rooms, that would have been even better. Made my win chances even higher. I didn't find one, but it doesn't really matter. I came out with a level 2 helmet, level 3 backpack, level 3 vest, and I was all set to go. With looking back on the patience aspect of this game, when I was standing just outside that door, listening for the sound for him to push up, I waited just a second to see if anybody was on those stairs. I took that extra second to take my time and look, and that extra second saved my life. Now, slowing it down, I decided that I'm going to drop some bullets to make some more space, and I noticed out of the corner of my eye just a flicker by the school. And that was in that red brick building to your left. If you look a little bit earlier in the video, you'll probably see him. I didn't see him right away, but I saw him, just a quick flicker there. So I take out my mini Uzi, one of the best close range weapons in the game, crouch up so you can only see my head, and realize that he's not there and hear him to my right. Pre-firing the corner because I know there's only one spot that he can go, which is that close right corner, and I heard him go there. There's no exit from that corner. There's the game knowledge that I had previously to know that he was there. The pre-fire works really well because even if you miss your first couple of shots, you can adjust while you're shooting. And if you take that time to peek the corner and then shoot, that gives him the same amount of reaction time. If you're already shooting when you come around that corner, it gives him even less reaction time, and all you have to do is adjust your aim. You don't have to adjust your aim and click. All you have to do is adjust. He has to adjust his aim and then click. It gives you that split-second reaction time to get one more bullet. In that situation, he didn't even get a shot off, but if it was a more experienced player, I would have realized, okay, I need to do something, I need to push out, or anything like that. The pre-fire is always the way to, if you are 100% certain that there's someone in that corner, you want to pre-fire. In pushing up to the building here, I'm assuming there's got to be people here. It's right on the edge of the zone. I just drove my motorcycle up. They heard me. They're probably knowing that I'm here. In hearing gunshots, I push up. Notice this guy's head just over the thing. Potato my aim a little bit. Took my time on the headshots, but it didn't matter. He was moving, and my aim was a little rough. Spray into the window, take out a frag grenade, and chuck it into that room because that's the safest place for him to go. It just made sense in my mind that he's going to run back into that room and try to cover. So I threw a grenade up there and rushed the stairs. If my grenade hadn't killed him, he would have been in a position where he would have had to hide on the left-hand side of the room and would have come up clearing the left-hand side if he wasn't already dead. It's those smart plays that get you through a lot of things. If you don't have aim, if you don't have the aim sense, and you are trying to outplay someone, always using your head, taking your time to think. In that situation, I knew that was the best play. So I get hit in the pan while running through the field. I realize that's behind me. Notice him at the warehouse and realize the only situation, or the only time that I come out on top of this is if I run back, strafe a little bit, hide, and go back towards cover. I see him in the warehouse, so I notice, okay, hey, I can get behind this thing right here and he won't be able to hit me. I get hit from the right-hand side from underneath the truck. That's the only place that I could have gotten shot from because I cleared the left-hand building, and that's between me and him. So I'm looking at him, I'm looking at the building, and I'm like, okay, what do I do? Get hit again from under the truck, put myself between the wheel and that yellow generator that's hooked up to the truck, whatever that is. So he can't see me unless he pushes out, and the guy from the building can't see me, covered from both angles. I now realize that if I sit there, I'm a sitting duck. So I move into the house next to me. I don't know if he knew that I moved in or not, but this move turned out to be for the best for me because he probably thought I was still there. The guy in the building couldn't see me because I was covered from the tractor. And this guy tries to push across the field to no avail because of my better positioning. I was set up in a spot that he wasn't entirely expecting me from. I was able to take him out without issue. Head to the roof. AFK for a quick second to send a text to my girlfriend. At this point, I still wasn't even taking the game that seriously, just because I wasn't really expecting to win. I wasn't expecting to do third person at all. I was just kind of doing it because I got into the game and I was like, you know what, I got a couple of kills, might as well finish it out. Looking around, I hear a car coming. So I spray ahead of that car. I always auto spray, giving him enough lead to finally take him down. But spraying auto, even if you're just tapping or holding it down, is the best way to kill the person in a car. You're firing a lot more bullets off than you would if you were single tapping. And if you can keep your spray down, if you can keep that recoil under control, then you'll be able to spray down that car. Even if you don't kill the guy, you'll do significant damage to his car or even hit him a couple of times. At this point, this guy had just looted the crate. He had a great amount of gear. He had an MK14, which in my opinion is the best gun in the game. It's a way better SKS. It'll 2-shot people in the legs, and most of the time it'll 3-shot people with armor. I haven't tested against level 3 armor, but against level 2, 3 shots perfect. If I hit one person in the head, or one shot in the head and one in the chest, they'll die. So when I have my MK14 silenced, people have no idea where it's coming from, and I do a significant amount of damage in a very short amount of time. So looking all the way around the field here, I assume someone may come from behind me. I hear a car to my left, and realize there's probably someone down at this house. So I'm looking around, see this black dot out in the distance. Now, I've played this game enough, just through game time, to realize that any black dot in the distance is either a vehicle, a weird-looking bush, or a guy laying down or doing something. So like I said before, I hit that guy in the head with one bullet, and then I hit him in the chest with another, and he died. The shot on the guy in the buggy was pretty lucky, but I was leading him enough, and it just happened to connect. I push up the hill because after moving after my initial shots, you always want to move if you can and move undetected after you shoot because your position will be compromised. I shot a couple of shots from that tree, and while silenced, if there was someone in that house, they might look towards the tree that I was at. My silent shots were pretty close, and an experienced player would realize, okay, there's someone at the tree very close to me. So I decided to move up the hill to prevent myself from getting flanked. Move up to these rocks, boost up to get that extra movement speed. Get up to the house. At this point, I see the dossier outside. I'm like, okay, there's definitely someone in this house. So my initial plan was to enter it, but before I entered this house, I decided, okay, I'm going to clear all the way around the outside on the first floor so I don't enter the first floor and get blasted. Clear every window, clear every corner. Don't see anybody in this room or the initial room. Look to my left in here, still see nobody. Was about to skip this room, but I see his barrel sticking out of the edge. He didn't move. I just lined up, took my time, lined up the headshot, and went in and looted the rest of his meds. So at this point in time, I'm in a pretty good situation. This is right on the edge of the zone. I had already cleared out behind me. I have a silenced MK14 and a silenced AR. I have a level 3 vest, a level 3 backpack, and a level 2 helmet. So I'm surveying my area, seeing one guy crawling. I decide, okay, I've got the MK14, might as well take the shots. If my MK14 wasn't silenced, I might not have taken those shots just because I didn't want to give away my position. There was no reason for me to move from this position. I have a pretty good hold on everything, and while I'm running up, I see another black dot in the distance that seems a little off from the normal bushes. Like I said, the MK14 is definitely the best gun in the game, in my opinion, besides one-shot guns if you're in a one-shot situation. Two-shot the guy there. Know that there's 6 people alive. If I hear any gunshots, 6 people besides myself alive. If I hear any gunshots, I know where people are. So I hear at least one gunshot in the distance. That means I know where one guy is and myself. So that only leaves 5 left that I have to account for. I decide that I'm not going to move. See another guy in the bush in the distance. If you keep your graphics settings lower, you'll be able to pick out black dots against like fainter green dots or even fainter black dots. Players are always a dark black color from any distance, unless they're wearing like a bright yellow tracksuit in their point blank range. So at this point, I hear 2 more gunshots. I hear one up the hill and one in front of me. So I'm like, okay, I know where 3 people are, including myself. I don't know where the 4th is. Because I don't know where the 4th is, I'm not going to move right now. I'm scouting the area for him, looking for any black dots in the distance. If I look for a black dot and it seems like I see something, I'll aim in with my 8X. Spray through some bushes that I think might have someone. Again, I have a silent sniper from 100 and 150 meters away, so they can't even hear where I'm shooting from. Don't see anybody out there, but I'm going to shoot the bushes just in case there is someone out there to get them to scatter and move. Upon pushing up the hill, because I have to push into the zone, I use the bushes for cover, the trees if I have to. That's the best cover I've got. It's soft cover, but it's something that is better than no cover at all. At this point, there's only 2 alive, and there's 2 people shooting. Or there's 1 person shooting at another person. Well, that guy's up the hill, and the other guy's in the brush down there. So at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm on the edge of the zone. I have no cover. I have to do something. While he's preoccupied shooting the other guy, I'm going to push up the hill and flank him. At this point, I'm like, okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to med up, and I'm going to go. look up the hill, don't see him, see his dead body that he just killed with the other guy, so I know he's up there 100%. Hear him shoot again, I'm like, alright, let's go. Moving up the hill, make sure that guy on the right isn't shooting me, and I know he's not because she's preoccupied with the guy up here that's shooting at him. So I push up the hill. This guy should have no idea I'm here because of my silenced weapons and the hill cover. The guy kills the guy in the bushes, wait for him to do it, and then put a couple bullets in him to end the game. In this situation, it was perfectly played by me just because I had a silencer. I had no reason to move. I was right on the edge of the zone and had ample cover. I had a silencer with an 8x on the best gun in the game, in my opinion. I knew where at least half the people were, so I didn't really have to worry too much, and when it came down to the end, I understood where everybody else was. My positioning definitely won me the game in the end there. Once again, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope this 17 kill win appeased you guys. I really hope this video helps you guys out as much as you can. If you're watching up until the black and just hearing my voice, again, thank you very much. I appreciate all the support you guys are giving me in the comments, asking me where my videos are, and telling me that I've done a good job really helps. I hope you guys get some good chicken dinners out there, and have a nice one.